Nigerian singer Timi Dakolo opening up again. He's reacting to Pastor Femi Lazarus. Pastor Femi Lazarus' fresh allegation about exorbitant demands of gospel singers invited to minister at his event. So speaking during his recent church sermon, the minister projected the alleged invoice from a singer, which was capped at $10,000, which was capped at $10,000, with a non-refundable 50% payment, a first-class flight ticket, amongst other requests. He said, "I want the media to project an invoice for a music minister in Nigeria." It says that the minister would be accompanied by a minimum of 40 people who will all return the day after the event. The hotel reservation will be covered by the church, an executive suite for the minister, an honorarium of $100,000 with a non-refundable 50% payment
10,000
before we attend, and the balance will be made 2 days before the event compulsorily. Those who know God know he is not the minister, like he's not with a minister like this. Many charlatans don't build big pastors, they use them for endorsement. You can't demand for such without growing. Reacting to the claims, Timi Dakolo dismissed the authenticity of the invoice and warned people against being gullible. Nigerians, you should not believe everything you see. Nobody has a 40-man crew in Nigeria. Name the artist in order to justify the capping. This is not the first time Dakolo has tackled Apostle Lazarus, just to mention. Has tackled Apostle Lazarus' stance on this particular matter. But starting with you, Henry, what do you make of this story generally, seeing how it has played out so far?
Now, I have to activate the entertainment sector in my life.
Okay.
First of all, I watched the video of when Apostle Lazarus or Pastor Lazarus,
Pastor Femi Lazarus,
was doing a breakdown of how the whole thing is. First, even secular artists, aside the video that I know of carries a lot of people, he has a private jet. No secular artist can carry up to 40 persons. I know gospel artists can carry up to 40 persons. And you're talking about 40 persons and then paying an executive suite for the main artist and 2 other rooms. 40 persons cannot sleep in 2 rooms in a hotel.
Sure.
Okay. So, second of all, Timi Dakolo is a big name, as we all know. And he has the right to give his terms and conditions. And as a pastor, before you called him, he gave you all those things. You can decline that you don't want it. Instead of coming to the internet to embarrass yourself, because this is an embarrassment to the body of Christ. Yes, this is an embarrassment. You asked an artist, and then they gave you their invoice, $10,000, fine. 3 suites, 3 rooms in a hotel. You pay for the team. That's exactly how it's done in the music industry.
Okay. Like
You cannot,
a norm, it's not something that
it's new. A normal thing. It's not. I think Apostle Emmanuel is an artist, so he knows it. It's a normal thing in the industry. If you want to book me, I give you my charges and my terms and conditions. If you're not okay with my terms and conditions, you move on. You don't have, you dragging me means that you're looking for trouble, and I can give you that trouble, and that is exactly what Timi is doing. And Apostle Lazarus coming on air in his Pastor Lazarus coming on air to say that this is this and that is that, it is not necessary. It is really not necessary. I watched the whole thing when he was talking about the invoice and all those things. It's an embarrassment. Trust me, it's an embarrassment. And this thing, I love him. I love his preachings. I respect them. But this particular thing has reduced my level of love for him, because music is business. Whether in the church, other outside the church. Like I have said before, an artist goes to the studio, he pays the producer, he pays for his production, he pays for his promotion, publicity, he goes for TV things and all those things. And then you telling him that the charges are much, the terms are too much. It's obvious that you don't have the money to afford him. Then you go for a less lower person. If you can afford him, then you pay for his services. There are people that can afford Timi, that they pay him without any complaint. He has been going for shows. So why is his own different? And then there is nowhere an artist goes to a show with a 40-man team. Is he carrying securities?
And just to be clear, Timi is not the particular person. Pastor Femi Lazarus did not mention the particular person he was talking about. Timi just has been reacting to it. So far, so good. But I'll move to Apostle De Emmanuel. Sir, what do you, if you can hear me, are you still here with me, sir? Apostle? Yeah, okay, so we are on Timi Dakolo and Pastor Femi Lazarus. I would like to get your take on this particular one and hear what you have to say generally on it before we look at the angles to it, sir. And I don't know if you heard did you hear my guest in the studio though?
Yeah, so commenting on such issues, he did not talk about his fear because of his anticipation. Alright? Now, of the first time when he said that his voice was cited to, he said, at the inbox from our act.
Yes.
Someone said, 40%, I think that fingers, the number of
Oh, sorry, we lost Apostle De Emmanuel on that one. And as he was saying, he said he made mention of the invoice not being Timi Dakolo. He said an invoice. That means he probably was not the particular person that invoice was sent to.
Let's assume he was not the particular person that invoice was sent to.
Yeah.
Then how did he get the invoice? He must have called. Okay, I think he's back.
Okay, Apostle, can you hear us now? Okay, so go on, sir. We're with you.
Of course, pastors can get one. Alright, that's not the issue there. The issue is how much the ridiculous amount that individual has. Now, this is against God. This is fight against God. Just like they fight against God on pastors. Pastors are key members are doing things wrong. That's also how they fight against musicians that are speaking churches and pastors in the name of music. Alright? Why would somebody pass that ridiculous amount asking that 50% is $5,000 to be paid, which would do in their calendar? There's another 50% $5,000 to be paid 2 days in 10. This is excluding the exorbitant flight tickets, first class and for the accident for others, excluding the extra hotel and food for the artists and the other classes of rooms, whatever, the steam and all that, excluding the restaurant of quality. Now this is crazy. This is what is happening. And it's high time that we are addressed. Let all these things are empty. Now, when we talk about it, we also blame the pastors inviting them. Because there is no demand to look back. So, of course, two say pastors that have to money are not complaining. They're still complaining. But is that what is ought to be? The answer is no. My brother in the studio said, music is studio. I didn't see that way. Music is not music. Music is art. But that art has different branches. It has the big aspects. You understand?
Yeah.
It has the unique. Have other aspects. Now, Mr. Lakis is useful for things to have, but it doesn't make that kind of commercial. So, high demand on churches and on pastors too fast for what needs to be said.
Sorry, Apostle sir, can you hear me?
Tell me.
Okay, so you said music is art, but when you were talking the first time, you said music is business, and now you said music is art because it has come to the church. Now, music is business. Even the church, even in the Bible, I think there is some place where they mention Jesus Christ went about doing his father's business, which is the church is business. Music is business. And then somebody charging $10,000 is cheap. $10,000 is around 15 million naira thereabout. For an artist that knows his worth, it's okay. For an artist that knows his worth, and if as an artist, I have the right to my terms. If you're not okay with my terms, you skip me, and then move to the next one that is okay with your terms. If the churches, if these churches want this thing to balance, I will advise the church to start using their members. They are choristers. There's a chorister there. Like there's a lead chorister there. Why can't you put your chorister's name on the billboard? Fine. Why can't you use your choristers to do all these kind of things? And then you're complaining that somebody is charging you $10,000, an exclusive 5-star hotel, and more. If I were to be the artist, I would charge even more when I know my worth. If you were to be somebody like Ebuka Songs or Sinach or any other person, I will even charge up to $25,000 to. I even like the way ministers are now putting fees in their events and all those things, because I think everybody wants to tarnish the body of Christ. So let's just do it together.
Is that fair enough? Apostle, please go on.
Let me correct something there.
Yes, sir.
Where we continue to have problem is when we continue to mix world and church. They are not the same. The world separate the top has a full of concept. Now, since Jesus Christ went back to his father's business, he is about business in system, understand semantics, and understand context. Business meant is all about my staff aspect, not business as a balance. And then when I music, business side of music, not the music, to put it at this later. Now, charging, this is what I just told you before, like I just mentioned. If you are doing ministry, you are saying, you should trust the God that's able to take care of it, and you will. As an ambassador of the church, is extremely blessed. Don't say extremely church, is extremely blessed. I know, I don't even Victoria already. A number of people that don't charge, they are extremely blessed. So you can't think you don't charge being blessed. The difference now is when you start adding things to it, you have no business in the church. Let's put on the things money things, but I don't do it in the church. Outside it. If you are in the church that invite ministers, you come, you trust the God that has called you. That's the word. And when you come as a minister, God himself will be the one that will know what to make the heart of the people that are and he will reward you.
I'm sorry, sir. I grew up believing our reward is in heaven, but then there is no reward in heaven because everybody has a reward in heaven. If I do something for you, pay me. Don't tell me my reward is in heaven. That is what the church is using. That is the scam the church is using against a lot of persons.
Sorry, gentlemen, but I don't think it's fair to use the word scam, because if you are doing something for a purpose,
okay,
I don't think it's nice, or it's fair to use the word scam actually.
Sorry for using the word scam, yes, is what the church is using against the people, telling them your reward is in heaven. I served the church for a while. There was a time I requested a help from somebody in the church. Okay. He's a pastor. I posted this thing this morning, and the person was like, he's not supposed to give me because he's a pastor. But then you expect me to keep working because I'm a member. There's no reward for anybody in heaven, because everybody that is going to heaven has a reward, and they have the same reward. If you want to give me money and appreciate my efforts. I don't have to come and ask you. Like one Sunday, he has been doing well. There's a pastor in my church that does that. He just go around giving members money, and we like that pastor. We love him. Why? Because he doesn't wait for you to come and ask him. He just gives you because he's seeing your efforts. And then other people that are not that waiting making giving me, I don't know, maybe like because of say they put pressure. That person will put pressure to do the work. So,
but for musicians, for music artists, it's quite different because they put in the work.
If the church sponsors that artist, like I have said before, that Pastor Christ supported Frank Edward and all those persons, and when he calls them, they appear. I know back then when I was going to Christ Embassy as a drama coordinator, but whenever Pastor calls us, we appear. You know why? Because they appreciate the efforts Pastor Joy are making and always try as much as possible. Not money, just even the thank you alone is enough.
So
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Apostle, please, can we get? We are actually out of time, but can I get your final take on this particular matter before we call it a wrap, please?
As regards just quickly,
yes, sir.
The one that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
There is every reward. So the reward I'm talking about is context of conversation. The reward is talking about will be paid for the way anything you want to do. So the reward I'm talking about you get is the reward for is your sincere air of this is going to happen. God will use them to God will use to sponsor you. God will use even the people that invite you. God will open your invite to the right place. God will use
very important.
To work and something. So it's not any far distance something I'm talking about. There is always the one in heaven, but that's not the context I'm talking about here. So let's be clear. The moment you happen for that, it's no longer
Thank you so much for joining us, Apostle D. Emmanuel. It's always a privilege having you join us, sir. Thank you so much. So, Henry, can we get your final take on this particular matter?
Well, the church should focus on their business in preaching and changing lives and touching lives, and leave the musicians to do their own business. Because if somebody wants to do something for you, they will do it. Like you say, the reward, I don't know the kind of reward he's talking about. But then all of us know, see, now if you die, you will go to heaven, the reward is for heaven. You growing up, you heard your reward is in heaven, your reward is in heaven. And then you're growing. Something that somebody can just tip you and save you. After your reward is in heaven, you will go out, go to cry, say you're hungry. I don't do those kind of things no more. So if the church offers me a job, let it be a job. Don't come and tell me that you're doing this thing for the church, because I didn't come willingly to come and do it. If the church calls an artist to come and perform, I will give you my bill. If you cannot afford me, please move to the next artist, because if I want to do it for free, I won't give you my bill. I will even be the one to call you that I like your program, I want to come and perform. You understand? So that's all I have to say. The church should focus on their business, while the musicians and the artists should focus on their own business. Then when there's a business between the church and those people, let them do their business peacefully. Let them stop dragging people. Pastor Lazarus is famous, so let them stop dragging people. All right, that's all I have to say.
Please let them stop dragging people. I've had two amazing guests